أم جزر القمر. أم جزر القمر.
السلام عليكم. What an opportunity for me to be able to be here this evening. When I first was here, as you have heard from our brother, I had opportunities of addressing audiences which consisted of very few people, but they formed the basis of the future of Islamic Cultural Center. I was then a student at the School of Oriental and African Studies, where I did Islamic and Comparative Law. And then I went back to Zanzibar, my birthplace, where I was born and educated, brought up, got the scholarship to become the principal of Muslim Academy. And then in 1961, I got a scholarship to Oxford. And of course, I took every opportunity of coming back to this particular place. And here I am tonight with so many brethren. I didn't expect that we would be so many, because it's only yesterday that it was agreed that they should come and give a talk. And I discovered that it has been written that my talk is on what they call the needs of Muslims in our times. The needs of Muslims in our times, they are not very different from the needs of Muslims during the time of the Prophet. Salawatullah wa salam alayhi. But it's the question of emphasis. It's the question of reminding each other what we should be, what we should do. And the first need, of course, is unity. There is no doubt about that. It is unity. There are, they say, 1,000 million Muslims in the world. If those Muslims could be united, it would be a tremendous force, gigantic. We need our leaders. We want our leaders to remember that, to make Islam a force, to make Muslims live together as Muslims. Unity. But how can we get that unity? It's not, we have done everything as far as talking is concerned. We have talked in terms of Quranic teachings. وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا. We have had so many conferences and meetings all over the world where people enjoy themselves. They go to very big hotels and enjoy themselves, and go out with what they call what should I call them? because the tawsiyat, they call them tawsiyat, what they ought to do, what they have to realize, and that's the end of it. I'm not criticizing any of these conferences. I've been attending some of these conferences in various parts of the world, including the conference of the Ministers for Foreign Affairs, when I was a roving ambassador of Comoros. But after the conference, it is definitely accepted that people forget everything. There is no one to pursue what has been agreed. We have said a lot of things about the virtues of Islam, that Islam expects from us this and that. That is not sufficient. We need this unity.
Umma Juzur lKamar.
If it is too late with us, we can build it up with our children. And therefore, the first thing we need is education. Education of our children. All the resources we have, the wealth we have, and we are very, very, very wealthy indeed. In fact, one could say that we are wealthier than the Americans, let alone the British. We should use all that for the education of our children, anywhere in the world. Not only in Arab countries or Asian countries, but also in European countries. We should have schools, competent schools, to teach our children. They should sit down shoulder to shoulder. Those of Oriental and Occidental origins. And each and every Muslim student must learn Arabic. Why should the British teach English to each and every? I mean, they are trying to teach everybody English in the world, through radio, through the television, through papers, and so on and so forth. In fact, there was a time when they wanted to reduce what they spend on the radio, and the argument in the parliament was this, that people will not be able to know our culture. This is the means people learn English, learn our ideas. We should spend more. Why shouldn't we do that? We should have schools. We should have Muslim councils, as they have the British Council.
Umma Juzur lKamar. Umma Juzur lKamar.